Today I'm going to be making a quick tutorial on how to make a use twice move into the Jujutsu Shenanigans skill builder. I haven't seen anyone making tutorials on this, and it took me a little bit to figure out. But it's very simple, and hopefully this leads to more creativity in the community because it's pretty cool stuff. So you're going to start with a touch block, and the reason it's going to be a touch block and not a not gate like a lot of people like is because we're going to be using an AND gate later. So, well, I guess you don't have to, but I like to. So it just kind of makes the whole thing a little bit more difficult. And then you're going to make a moveset block. You could also, realistically, you can make it anything in that interaction section, which I'll go back and show you after I'm done doing this. You can make it any of these things, but the most useful ones are obviously moveset and special block because it's what you're doing with the moveset. Make sure this is on. If that is not on, then you're going to have a pretty bad time. But what we're going to do is we're going to make this, use Divergent Fist, and then we're going to put a connect block here. And I'm just going to make this output bro. I'm then going to put down a connect block with this being bro, and I'll make this hey. Then I'm going to put down another moveset block, and we're going to scale this one up, and this one's going to be pretty big, just for the sake of showing you. Call this hey, call this hey. Also make this 5, make sure it's whatever you set the initial one to, and also make sure this is replace skill with occupied, and we're going to do that later. And here, also going to go short doors. So the way this works is if I pick up the move, I have a fit. It's very simple. However, if I'm standing inside of this moveset block, and I use Fit, now I have Hey. That is, at its root, how to make a use twice move. Now, if I wanted to, let's say, have this so that it gave me back Fit, what I would do is I would set up another connect, and I'm going to call this wow. We're going to take wow, and we're going to set it to fit. Super simple. I'm going to make this really big because I need to be standing in the box. I'll make it overlap a little bit actually, so I can just do both at the same time. I think this should work. I have fit. Standing here, I have hey, standing here, back to fit. Great, perfect. So yeah, that's kind of how you sort of do that. Now, a lot of these use twice moves in game have like a sort of timer system where if I were to not use hey in a certain amount of time, I would just revert back to fit. And so I'm going to show you how to add that as well. So obviously, with a timer system, we're going to have timer block, and we're going to set this timer block to the same thing as this connect block here. And this is going to take the output hey. So basically, we're going to set this to 5 seconds. Basically, once this signal gets triggered, you'll be given the move, and this timer will start to count down. Let's make this hooked up to ZAM, and what we're going to do is we're going to have an AND gate over here, an input of ZAM, and an output of fit with a threshold of 1. And basically what this is doing is after the timer's 5 seconds go off, it sends out a signal ZAM, which goes into this AND gate with a threshold of 1, which basically means once it has one signal, it's going to send out another signal. So after it gains the signal ZAM from the timer, it's going to send out the signal fit, which if I'm then standing in this block, I will get fit. So just to show that off, I have fit, I'm going to stand over here, I have hey, and I'm standing over here, and once that timer goes off, I'm back to fit. So that is kind of at its root how to make these kinds of moves. What you can do, and what I would recommend you doing, is if you want this for your entire moveset, make these moveset blocks span the entire map. It's a little annoying to make, and I'm actually going to show you a move that I've already set up so that it is like that. as you can see, it's a special block. And this is the exact same thing. I just kind of scaled up these connect blocks just to show. And yeah, I have these two moveset blocks that span the entire map. That's essentially how it works. This is the same thing. This move right here is the exact same one as this big one, and basically the only reason this one exists is so you can actually like pick it up inside of the map. That's really it. It's the same function as the other ones, and the way that like all of the mechanics work. But the way this move is it's a little buggy. But I throw that, I press R again, and I teleport in, and that is the whole thing. It's a little bugged, but yeah. Anyways, I really hope this helps anyone that wants to make anything cool like this in the future. You can also do some pretty cool stuff, like with this move right here. I have it end by sending a signal after it's done with what it does. This I'll show you right here. So it does that, and it activates this connect block because it's just sending a signal here. And yeah, so I really hope that this helps a lot of people that want to make cool moves like this, and yeah, thank you.